Taylor Swift, Sparks Fly, Kicks 105.5. A great morning to you. I'm Sean Knight.
Thought this was a country station.
Oh, come on. This is when she was country.
Oh, okay.
You're not going to start bagging on her, are you?
No, just...
She was thinking about doing another country album. I would support that, going back and forth. If you've got bagallions of dollars, might as well just take advantage, go all around.
Just do it all.
Like you take a week off here and there because you got, more money than Davy Crockett. Good morning. It is Good Policies with my friend Mike Barrett from Barrett Insurance Agency. And this morning we have a couple of things that we're going to talk about. But first, I'm actually going to take some of your time. Mike Barrett is paying for this. We had a young girl. Yeah.
All right,
it won't cost too much.
I'm putting the timer on. Go ahead.
Right. There's a young girl who is 15 today. She lives in Westburg. Her name is Tia Martin. And she's bummed because she had herself an outfit all picked out. Okay. But then they canceled school. So now she's at home. She's turning 15 today. She had a tutu and a tiara all set out for her.
I wore that on my 15th birthday.
Well, it was so funny because I was thinking about wearing something like that this morning, and then Turtle said, "No, you look fat in that." So I was like, fine. So mom, sister, and brother said, "We're so sorry we didn't get in at 7:20. Can we say something special for Tia?" Now, I thought, what's more special? Myself, and then Turtle, and then Mr. Insurance himself.
Oh, yeah.
Mike Barrett.
That's everybody's dream. Yeah.
Or as we like to go by our street cred name when we're performing the Three Tenors. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tia. Happy birthday to you.
15 years old.
Congratulations, Tia, on making it to 15, and hopefully your 16th birthday will have maybe a nice pink car in the driveway.
Gotta be better than this.
What was the highlight of your 15th birthday, Tia? 3 freaking strange guys on the radio sang to me. So, good morning, and back to normal. Here we go.
I must get a discount for that.
Face change. And speaking of changing, when it comes to insurance...
Is that why Turtle's here? He's on call for singing as needed?
That's actually, you jest, but literally since he's gotten done finishing training here, and he's not really been accepted over to the other stations yet, he kind of lingers. Like, you know what I'm saying. But we were talking about things changing. And this is my question for you, Mike, to start us off on our fabulous conversation, as we always do. Wednesdays about 10 till 8.
After the song. Yeah.
Changing circumstances. Changing circumstances. That is my platform for this morning.
It's a good one.
When should you inform your insurance agent about changes? Should I say a minimal change? I'm not that concerned about it. But to you, it makes all the difference. If for some reason there's an incident that happens now, and I didn't get to your insurance company before now, then we're talking it's after. And after the fact, you're probably not going to get much assistance if you don't already have it in your policy.
Let me tell you this. If there's ever any question before or as soon as possible is the best answer. Never when you get to it. Never, oops, I forgot all about it. Because there are scenarios that can pose gaps in coverage if you haven't reported changes in your life. And the ones that I'm thinking of, and I think I may have mentioned this in the past, let's say you have a renter's insurance policy and you move from this side of town to that side of town. Well, your renter's policy is covering you on this side of town where you were living before.
Not.
After 30 days, that side of town doesn't have coverage more than 10% of whatever you had for a total amount of coverage for a renter's insurance policy, which could be maybe $10,000, $25,000, $50,000 total of what you had on the place that you were living in. So 10% of that is all you have with all your stuff at the new place if you haven't reported it to the insurance company.
Now, I know we talk about adding on different things to your policy to make sure that you're covered in, when we talk about the floor flooding here, you were like,
By the way, the repair looks fantastic.
Still not done. Waiting for an insurance agent.
Adjuster.
Why did you like the word agent? Is that like saying...
because an insurance agent is completely different than an insurance adjuster.
Oh, okay. So explain that one to me.
Oh, okay. You want that?
Yeah.
So, and it's a different license. So you have to be licensed to be an insurance agent. And as an insurance agent, we represent the company in the transaction of insurance.
Now, because you're the main jefe, are you also
I've been called a lot of things, but never a hefe.
Never a hefe.
Go
I've
ahead,
been called a heifer. So when it comes to that, are you qualified? Because like my mother, she's a real estate agent, and she's also a broker, and she's also an appraiser, and she's also, but these are different things that she worked on, but it all kind of falls under my mother.
Yeah, okay. For us, there's different words, so I'm a licensed insurance agent. I could also be called a producer. I could be called a customer service representative. I can be called a broker of insurance, so to speak.
I won't say what his wife says when we're...
Yeah. But
my little house.
But in insurance, a brokerage is completely different than an insurance agent.
Okay.
And an adjuster is completely different than an insurance agent. Now, what I always tell people when there's a claim, look, I'm not going to be the decision maker here, but if you have questions, I certainly have the knowledge and the ability to help you out and guide you through, but an adjuster has the job and has the license.
Is that against what you
claim.
do to be an adjuster? Is it against your best interest to be an adjuster and be a broker? Or
I don't know that I could do both because they're both full-time jobs. They're both full-time jobs.
Both full-time jobs.
Yeah.
But you work for a company that has those people in it. You actually are better off with what you're doing, selling policies, rather than having to schlep around house to house and give people bad news.
I do have to schlep around house to house and sometimes give people bad news. Yeah. So it's all in what you want to do. The insurance adjusters seem to love their jobs. I mean, once they're in place, they typically are adjusters for many years.
Well,
some of the big ones.
There's only so many diabolical jobs that you can have on this earth.
Right.
Being, like Superman's arch nemesis, an insurance adjuster. These are things that.
Yes.
So not many positions to fill.
It's confusing as heck sometimes when you really look at the insides and try to understand how insurance works, because there are different people that do different things. But the biggest thing to remember is an insurance agent is the one who sells and solicits and manages insurance policies and transactions. An adjuster is the one who takes the claim as it's entered or provided to the company, is assigned that claim, and has to then adjust the claim.
Are you feeling
handle the claim?
Are you feeling zesty, my friend? You want to go another 2 minutes?
Sure.
You want to start another round?
Do you ever think I couldn't?
Here we go. I'm feeling
round
good.
2.
Back into it.
All right, hit me with another one then if you've got 2 minutes.
Well, you were talking that you didn't want to rehash or discuss things that happened at Magic yesterday, but now I'm morbidly curious. What are you and Jeff talking about behind my back?
All right. Well, it's a sad story. And this is true. So Channel 3 had a segment on last week, and it was a 7 days news article. They brought the reporter of that article in to talk about a young girl in the western side of the state who was paralyzed in an accident. And the conversation was, is Vermont's insurance laws lacking? Is it not properly protecting us? And it goes to choosing state minimum liabilities. And this poor girl being paralyzed, the person at fault in the accident only had $25,000 in bodily injury coverage, the state minimum, and now this poor girl and her family with a life change is on hook. And I've been reading all the comment streams, and a lot of folks are saying things like the company should just pay anyway,
but they won't. They won't flat out. I don't care how sad the story is.
It's a contract.
It's a contract. Right. You wouldn't expect something more out of a contract unless all of a sudden somebody was like, let me just do this for fun and extra for you, even though it'll probably cost me money and give you money.
It's about making decisions, not buying insurance for cost, buying insurance for coverage, because it's to protect your assets. No matter how little you think they're at risk, they're at risk. And remember, the biggest thing here is the government has a hard enough time trying to mandate universal health insurance.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to mandate a limited liability for auto? I don't see it happening. So it's about you making appropriate decisions that protect you, regardless of how. If someone's buying insurance for cost, do yourself a favor, buy it for coverage, and that way you're properly protected.
5 seconds. What's your phone number?
748-5224 Barrett Insurance, online at thebarrettagency.com.
Thanks for joining us.
See you,
we'll
sir.
see you next Wednesday.